Hey, it's Arcsecond. In this video, I'll cover 10 tips for ganking. Tip number 1. If possible, wait for the minion wave to settle before ganking. The enemy will see you later, you'll avoid minion aggro, and the minions won't block your abilities. If a minion is in the way of a skill shot, then smite can be used to clear the minion. Tip number 2. Watch the waves when ganking. Think about where the next wave will settle and how fast the enemy can push. This will determine how long your gank window will be and the route that should be taken for the gank. Tip number 3. Look for players trying to push a wave in for a back, as they will be in their weakest state. Even if a gank isn't possible, you have the option to freeze the wave for your laner, catch XP, and delay the enemy's back. Tip number 4. When ganking, try to come in from an angle that would be the enemy's safest escape route. Tip number 5. Keep an eye on laners slightly leaving lane. This could mean they just placed a ward. The most likely spot is the farthest point they reached. Also check tab when enemies come back to lane to see if they bought pink wards and what trinkets everyone has. Tip number 6. When you're looking to gank a lane, watch how often they are trading and what creeps the laner is going for. Start moving as the enemy is going for a last hit, especially if they're going for a cannon minion. Tip number 7. When approaching for a gank, watch the enemy to see if they change their patterns. If they back off randomly, you likely just stepped over a ward. Tip number 8. Use your flash to burn a laner's flash. A laner's flash is worth more because they are constantly being pressured. This also sets up repeat ganks. Tip number 9. When trying to set up a dive, check to see if your lane is strong enough to push the wave all the way to tower. It's also good to stay around a laner who's trying to catch a big wave to potentially counter gank a dive. Tip number 10. Look to gank someone who's coming out of base, or delay their return to the wave. I hope this was helpful, and thank you so much for watching.